The issues that we're dealing with right now are incredibly complex, and the understanding even the most basic information about what is happening takes some homework and takes some effort, and I think it can feel overwhelming, and there are a lot of emotions on both sides of the issue. I think ensuring, first of all, that you've got reliable sources for information, reading the latest. A lot of newspaper outlets seem to have almost primers on what's going on, the 5 things you need to know, and really taking a minute to inform yourself and trying to just focus on what's happening right now, I think is a first step, as opposed to taking on the whole history and the whole geopolitical situation, because right now we're confronting some things that young people really need to probably process in a lot of classrooms, and the hope is that as many adults as possible have basic, fundamental, and solid information about what's going on. So we ask teachers actually to start with themselves, to take a minute before they enter into their classroom or before their students come in, and think about their own experiences, their own emotions about what they're reading in the newspaper or watching on the news. Just take a minute. Then we ask them to have conversations with their colleagues, if it makes sense, to find out how they're planning on managing the conversations in their own classrooms, and to see if they can coordinate or share plans with each other. And then we're also asking them to do a little bit of homework, to understand what happened, to take stock, pull out the facts from a reliable resource, to make sure that students are getting the most reliable information. And then finally, we ask them to really consider what their classroom looks like. Who are the kids in their classroom, and what might be the issues that are facing them as they're confronting some difficult moments right now. So we ask teachers to set the tone, to ask their students to collectively create a contract, and really set some shared norms, rules of engagement, so that whatever the conversations are, invites the students in so that they can hear multiple perspectives, so they can listen with respect and come through the other side of the classroom, kind of coming in safely and leaving safely. The next thing we ask them to do is to offer their students some time to reflect. And so we think of that in 3 stages: the head, the heart, and the conscience. So the first is the head, which is really kind of the intellectual moment. What are the facts? What do they understand the facts to be? Take a moment to just think about that. What do they understand to be happening? The second is the heart. So how are they feeling? What are their emotions about what it is they're learning about? And then finally, the conscience, which is, what am I going to do about it? What does this mean for me right now? And then take some time to do some reflection as a group, to talk about it, to debrief what they're hearing. And then finally, we ask teachers to talk to students about managing the information that students are getting from news and from media. We know that students are often getting their news, and adults too, are getting their news from social media. So asking them, how are you getting your news? Where is it coming from? Are you sharing it? What questions are you asking as you're making decisions about sharing information with others? How are you taking care of yourself as you're checking social media frequently, and what kind of rules can you set for yourself so that you're making sure that your information is reliable, and taking a breath, stopping before you actually share it with others. It is always okay to say, I don't know, and to take it on as a shared enterprise with your students and others in your community, in your classroom, in your building, to really understand what's going on, and to seek out folks who have information and can be resources. And really, there are a lot of experts out there who can help you unpack what's going on right now.